a weight deal.
Yeah, so don't be looking at this 81 because the 81 looks like it holds 8. Either that or it holds 4. It looks like it holds 8 though.
Well, I don't think I've seen that one that you're talking about.
Here, I'll screen share it,
Oh man,
man.
we're
You ready
live.
to go, G?
Well, shit, we've been live, baby.
We're live.
Welcome
Oh
everybody.
shit!
Late night mass.
Oh shit! I better change
Sorry
this channel.
about the fiasco. Sorry about take one. Take one was a little procrastination on my part. I apologize, but you know, last time back in the day, the wifey would say, "Hey, let me get some sausage." I said, "Well, town side we're doing stall. I'll see you a little bit later, love." Shit, that didn't last too long. Happy wife, happy life. That's all I gotta say. Everybody went to sleep. I apologize for those who are still up. Let's get a little rowdy. So you all can go back and what are we talking about here?
Hey,
Training
Lewis, bump him up.
bathrooms. What are we using? What are we talking about? Tonight?
Bump you up, man.
How's that?
Yeah, bump me up, baby. Bump me up.
Yeah, there he is.
Is that better?
Yeah.
That's
All right.
much better, buddy.
In fold.
So you heard what 10 round's going to do, right? What we're doing. Every time we go to the bathroom, make sure you all use that woman's bathroom and piss all over the seat.
And the paper too.
That's what I'm doing.
Hit the paper too, unless you got a dookie, and then when you get done, then hit it.
I'm pissing on the floor. I'm pissing on the seat. I'm pissing every fucking way. Motherfuckers want to use the bathroom, right? That's just going to be a problem. And I was talking to Cousin Dave, right? And I had no idea that they've already enforced this new law here that Obama, the great captain, Mr. Obama, the best president I've ever seen in my life, fucking dictator, fucking Muslim, and he's a president. I tell you, what he's doing, he's just fucking everything. So before he leaves, he's gonna fucking
I don't think he's gonna leave.
he might not leave. He might stay there.
Not the way that fool's acting. You see, the whole thing with, I mean, it's been talked about for a long time now, but that's getting a lot of play and getting some legs under it is that Michelle Obama's a man. And there's even video that was on, I think it was on Alex Jones today, where they caught Obama saying "Michael and me."
Michael.
Yeah, Michael and me.
Oh shit.
Yep. That's out of the bag, man. He can't put it back in once it gets out.
Yeah, that's pretty special.
Dude, her body looks like a man. She doesn't have a female body. I mean, let's just be honest about that. Looks like a dude. It's a cartoon. Everybody's starting to cover it. It's the Michelle Obama cartoon. If you Google it, you can find it.
Have you guys heard about this new movie that came out? Amerigeddon. Did you hear about that, Stoley? That came out
yeah.
on the 13th?
Yeah, Amerigeddon.
Yep.
And they fucking banned it in so many states. We were talking about on Deb's show last night.
They played it out here. They had a special showing Friday night, but I was out of town. I wanted to go see it. I'd probably still go see it. I bet you they're playing it at the theater still.
Well, there's a lot of them that don't want us to see it. And a lot of them.
It's kind of a good thing about being out here, man, is they don't try to like play that game with us. Like you can't see something or watch something just because. You know what I mean? Like it's Vegas, you can't put. It's harder to put those kind of rules on people. So I don't give a shit. That's why we're all out here.
Well, I know last. Sorry, G.
No. You go ahead, bro.
No, I know last time they came out with a movie like that, Gray State, they killed the crap out of that guy, family, wiped the family, the wife, the whole 9 yards out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and nobody's even talking about it.
Nope.
But they said his wife was a Middle Easterner, and that they thought she might have been killed by some Islamic people or Muslim people. I think his wife was a Muslim at one time, converted to Christianity. Not sure about that, but I believe that's what I heard. And you know, if you try to go away from Islam, that's death.
Oh yeah. You're done. And that's why they're so ruthless, right? Because you don't believe in what they believe in. And that's the problem. If you don't believe in what they believe in, you're their enemy.
Well, they're ruthless till they start losing, then they all shave their beards off and try to blend in and run away.
I tell you what, brother, we're lost. We're losing our balls, man. We're losing our balls. Who would have fucking thought 10, 20, 30 years ago, dude can just walk into a woman's bathroom, his fucking dick out, piss, and walk the fuck out of a woman's bathroom?
Well, that'll beat the crap out of him.
And we'll tell you what. There's gonna be a fucking bloodbath, brother. This ain't gonna be good. This ain't gonna be good at all.
They're gonna have to double the dose of chemtrails and the fluoride and all that.
You're gonna see a lot of fucking blood, brother. It's not gonna.
Hey, there's no rating ability. It's like disabled.
I don't know.
I wonder if thumbs down.
I don't know where the fuck in this world's going. I'll tell you what. If we get past 2020, we'll get some lucky motherfuckers. But I'm just afraid what our kids are gonna grow up to, man. The fucking society, the fucking weather they're walking into. Install it, you
Oh, you're breaking up. Gee, I couldn't hear you.
said you're lucky, with Trey and your kids are old. You don't got to worry about it so much because they're old. You know what I'm saying? And they got their shit straight. Me
Yeah.
and Tony, we got little ones. Who knows what the fuck is gonna happen?
Oh, remember, I got.
Safe. I'm not safe. I get it, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, remember, I've got 2 granddaughters, so.
Well, yeah, that's true.
They're what? 3 and 4 right now. They're soon to be 3 and 5, but.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Starling.
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying.
Who knows what's going to happen, brother? Who knows how this place is going to be? Right now, you got fucking dudes using the fucking women's bathroom. They're fucking. And again, you do what the fuck you want. Transgenders, you got your fucking confused. Whatever. That's your business, dude. That's your business, Jack. If you want to suck cock and fucking fuck dudes all night long, guess what? That's your fucking prerogative. But just don't fucking share that shit over this way. That's all I'm saying. Keep that shit over there.
Quit shoving it in our faces.
If you're a normal human, you have no expectation of privacy anymore either.
Yeah.
Stolly, can I tell you when all this shit came down? I mean, of course, it happened well before this. But Michael Sam, the motherfucker football player from the Rams that was gay and got drafted. Ever since that shit started, that's when shit started fucking just being more open. and they're expanding with their horizon. They're expanding with this fucking new culture, this new way of living. And they think it's okay because you're free and you're coming out of the closet and you're confused.
Well,
Like you say, you were born gay. How can you be born wanting to suck cock at fucking birth? I don't understand it.
I think a lot of it is part of the pussification of men as well.
And these motherfuckers getting away with fucking molesting children, saying that they're fucking mentally distraught, they're mentally confused, they don't know what's going on, they want to be a girl and yada yada yada. And what happens? They get away with that shit. They get away with it.
Well, that gender identification crap is, I mean, teaching 5-year-olds about gender, identify with what you feel like. That, oh boy, I don't even think that needs to be in a 5-year-old's mind.
No, it does not. And that's what I'm saying. We're fucked. I'm afraid what my kids are going to learn in school.
This is an agenda of a few people. It is not the majority of people are not agreeing with that crap, regardless of what they say.
Correct.
Now it's bad to be a Christian. Now if you're a Christian and you believe in God, you're the Antichrist because you believe in fucking God. You know? Really? I didn't know believing in God and being a Christian is bad. I didn't think that was bad. Nowadays you get humped down for that shit.
Well, it is very easy to fall into the category between parentheses of Christian, veteran, constitutionalist, gun owner, yada yada yada, believe in free speech, believe in, that you're being overtaxed, believe in this, believe in that. Oh boy, yeah, it's easy for them to categorize you. So everything's upside down, dude.
Everything. And it's going to get worse. That's the problem, bro. It's going to get worse. That's what I'm afraid of.
I think everybody's got to their boiling point on this transgender issue and equal rights for all the mental whatever they are. So I don't even know how to put it, but I think it's hit a boiling point because a lot of these states are going absolutely not. I mean, the Texas governor told them no, and the superintendent over the Texas school system said as soon as they hand him that piece of paper, it's going in the shredder. And then the Texas governor came out and wanted to call a constitutional convention to get the states back in check, which that's a very dangerous thing. A state's constitutional convention, that's dangerous.
Yeah, federal government doesn't want that to happen.
No, absolutely not. They want to keep that power. They like drawing that money and holding. They take money from the states and then hold it as ransom over their head in order to pass their agenda to give it back.
Yep.
I was looking at something real quick. Suck here. Now they're talking about every state is doing this SAP. I mean, all across the board, there's not going to be a state that's not going to have this law. I mean, they opened it up to everyone, every state. Is that correct?
I don't think it's never going to fly. I don't know. I think I've heard a couple of different things. Obama's coming out and trying to crawfish now, saying that it was his. I don't know whether they've passed it as a force of law yet, or whether it's just part of their procedure now. In order for everybody to be equal.
Well, he said the new rule was designed to protect transgender students from bullying. And that was the biggest that was his big.
It would be cheaper on the transgenders to build their own school and everybody go to one place than it would be to modify the whole U.S.
What the fuck is he thinking, dude? What is he thinking? You know, you gotta tell your little boy why a dude used a girl's bathroom. And then you gotta get into that conversation.
Absolutely. What in the hell is going through his head?
It's all part of the communistic manifesto, guys.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is part of the breakdown of our society and how people think.
And that's why a lot of people start taking their kids away from school and homeschooling them.
Yeah.
That's why. And homeschooling sounds good right about now.
Well, they threatened North Carolina with taking $200 million a year that they pour into North Carolina that goes into the breakfast and lunch programs to feed the kids. So they're basically, in my eyes, what I'm seeing in a nutshell is they are withholding food from these kids in order to further their agenda. Because
Pretty much.
they said most of the $200 million in North Carolina that went in there went into the lunch program and the breakfast program to feed the kids.
Shit, if you don't have money on their food card set, they're not fucking eating, bro. They're not eating. Which I don't know how you not feed a fucking kid, man. I mean, how expensive are their fucking lunches anyway? You don't got food on their card? Because now, because we got to put money on little G's card, at school. And he's in the second grade.
Yeah.
And it's like a credit card, You put so much money on it and he gets to use it. And however much is on the card, blah, blah, blah. But if you don't have money on the card, you get no food. That shit ain't right.
I remember when I was in grade school, a lunch was 50 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was, the best I can remember, it was like 65 cents.
Mine was $1.05 for lunch.
Yeah.
Ice cream sandwiches were 25 cents.
Yeah, but they cut all the soft drinks and stuff like that. Oh, Michelle says, Michael says you can't have that.
Right.
No pizza, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah, none of that. That's not healthy.
Because I know Michael was shutting down in the state of New York. Michael was trying to pass a law, nothing over a 20-ounce drink. Everything had to be 20 ounce.
Yeah, no more big gulps.
No more big gulps. Now, why is it her fucking business what the man or she wants to drink? Why? I don't drink soda. My kids don't drink soda. But that's relevant. Staley wants a 42-ounce drink or whatever they come. That's his business.
Yep, you're right.
Whose business? Why is it her business that she has to control what we drink, what we eat, what we smoke? I'm still tripping that we can't smoke in bars anymore.
Yeah. You know what they did in Vegas? They split the bar into two. Like if it's a bar and they just serve drinks and shit, you can smoke in it. But if they serve food, that's where they fucking came in and bullshit. So what the bars did around here to get around that is they split the bar into two. So like one half is on a total different.
So when I come out there this summer, you're telling me that we're gonna be smoking in the bar? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, you smoke in the bar. Then They don't care. What I'm saying is though, they split the bar
I
in
hear what you're saying.
half and put the whole side. If you wanted to eat food, they put that on a whole different intake and exhaust, like into the building, than the other half where you smoke. You know what I mean? Where you smoke and have drinks on.
So the food would not have to smell the smoke and all that shit, right?
Yeah, and everybody could have their cake and eat it too. And a lot of the times, if you're a smoker and you do want food, you could just eat your food at the bar. You don't really trip, because obviously you're not bothered by it. They're not supposed to, but this is Vegas, dude. They don't give a fuck.
Dude, I remember back in the day, fucking 2000, what, 12? When did they start implying no smoking? When was that? 2012?
No, it was earlier than that. They started getting on that shit back in like
10?
'05, '06.
No, '07. I remember I was working downtown. I was smoking '07. I remember
I'm
that.
telling you, these fools started working on that shit then because I think they got it changed in Virginia.
I
Right.
remember I was smoking in bars in '07. I clearly remember that. In 2010, I think they stopped. I think it was in '09 or 2010 here.
See, I don't smoke though no more, so that shit, like when you don't smoke, that shit really bothers you. You know what I mean? Like if you're in an enclosed place, that shit really fucking bothers you. You know what I mean? That's if you don't smoke. And I smoked cigarettes for a lot of years, dude. I hate that I did. That shit really fucked my shit up.
I
But
just don't like the smoking on your. That's what this is when you're close. I don't smoke in my house. Like if you was to say, "Gee, you can smoke in your house," I'd be like, "Fuck no." Dude, I had an apartment back in the day, and I smoked weed. I smoked cigarettes in the house. The fucking walls were butter yellow. And when I
Yeah.
moved in, Stolly, they were fucking pure white.
Yeah, I know.
And like 2, 3 years later, fucking, we started painting, and I'm like, damn, dude, this shit was white and it turned into yellow. And I can't have a yellow living room when it's supposed to be white. And that shit hurt me. But yeah, I would never smoke in a house. It's just, I can't tolerate the smell. Once you smoke one cigarette, that's fucked. Your shit's gonna smell like cigarettes.
yeah, yeah. And it sucks, man, because like I don't know when it comes to I don't know, it's like a double-edged sword. Because if you're not a smoker, you're like you can't stand the shit. So like in public settings and shit, like say restaurants and bars and shit like that, it's like you know what I mean? It sucks for you, you know what I mean? But at the same time, this is Vegas, and for them to take away smoking, like they'll never take it out of the casinos. They'll never take smoking out of the casinos because they'll lose so much money if they do that. You know what I mean? They sell a ton of cigarettes. You go to buy cigarettes in a casino, they're like $10 a pack. But people buy them. You know what I mean? And people smoke in the casinos like crazy. The older casinos are worse than the new ones. The new ones have like smoke zappers and different scents that they pump into the buildings to keep it smelling like fresh and new and shit. And yeah, dude, it's crazy because being out here was like that was the cool thing when we were kids. It was like go down the strip, go to casinos, walk around smoking cigarettes, having a couple drinks. You know what I mean? That was just life in Vegas.
What's up, brother Jay?
Oh, happy birthday, everybody!
Happy birthday.
Birthday. Whose birthday is it, Jay? What?
What, you never watched Frosty the Snowman? That's what he always says.
Sorry, brother. I heard the bathroom law is already passed and it's in effect, ready to go. That's what I thought. Am I wrong? I mean,
Well, it's a what's it called, Lewis? Executive order.
executive order. That comes straight from the fucking dictator himself.
Well, it's basically it's a very strong suggestion. Let's put it that way.
A very strong suggestion.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You talking about that bathroom stuff?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I
Yeah.
might send some invites.
All the executive order does is it directs all the federal agencies that's their new policy. And so what they're going to do now is attempt to limit the federal funds to states, that and counties that aren't going along with the executive order. The only problem is they got to get congressional approval to be able to cut off the funding to any, state or county friggin' that's receiving those federal monies.
Yeah. Hey, it's just enough they're just trying to piss us all off. Plus, they're trying to keep something stirred up in the news to take away from what they're really doing behind our backs.
Well, this may sound crazy, but one of the schools I went to, one of the high schools I went to, they actually had a smoking area for students.
Yeah, I did too, Lewis.
Behind the gym, if you had a note that said you could smoke, you could go out back and smoke, and that was a bunch of people out there.
Yeah, we had a lot of people
Nowadays, that would
smoking.
be
We called
yeah.
we called our people, Sap, the place where they smoke. We called it the pit, PIT, the pit. But the problem is, Sap, nobody got a fucking light. No, they just fucking smoke.
Shit, if somebody suggested something like that now, they'd be took out and drawn and quartered.
Exactly. I'm curious to see how it is because even me going to school going to high school in the 90s, late 90s, I was in high school 96 to 2000 and graduated. So, like I wonder how it is now because even my school, we had smoking all over. They would bust your balls about smoking on campus, but all you had to do is step across the street or just go into the parking lot.
Yep.
So there was no big deal about it, but towards my senior year and stuff, people started like changing their stance as far as on school campus and shit. But my dad went to the same high school in the 80s, and the middle court, what do you call it? I forget what they call that, but we went to the same high school, and he said that's where the smoking spot was. We were allowed to.
Well, things have changed because they're putting jail cells and detention areas in schools now where they can take people and lock them up behind a thick wood door with no windows, with nothing in there but a table and a chair till the police get there to carry them off. The whatever they call it, the drug officer or the dare officer and all. He's the acting. Yeah.
Cop on campus.
Cop on campus. There you go.
Crime with rough dog.
Well, yeah, we had cops on campus, but we didn't ever have no thing like that, I don't think. But yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, I believe it though. You telling me that because that's how. I mean, if you see all the new schools out here in Vegas, I don't know how it is where you are, but all the new schools out here forever look exactly like like prisons and the jails. You
Took
can't
the
tell.
words right out of my mouth. They just built a new one in this town closest to me. It's got surveillance cameras all over the school,
Yep.
metal detectors at the front, and the whole school is fenced in with like 6 or 7 foot fence. And when you go in, they lock you in.
And,
Yep.
and a lot of the building doesn't have windows, and if it does have windows, they're the little slits,
At the top of the right, where there's absolutely no way you get out.
yeah.
Right.
Well, look at the fucking lines. Look at the New York. You got to go through fucking what do you call it? The radar, the detectors. Check the guns. What do you call it? The detectors.
Scanners.
Scanners. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like going through the TSA. It's like you're getting ready to get on an airplane, do an international flight.
Right.
To get to class. Programming, getting these kids used to it, getting them used to going through checkpoints.
I mean, that's fucking crazy, dude. And go to school. I mean, when I went to high school, I didn't have to go through no scanners, no fucking checks for
Yeah,
guns and
they
all that. All we had a lot of knife fights, back in the 90s. Everybody fought with knives, chains, bats. You never had people come out with guns and shit.
Yeah,
But
I don't know what their deal is, man. I mean, I know that they're trying to get these kids used to that shit. The kids think way differently these days. You
survival of the
know,
fittest.
it's got to be super easy for them to program kids with all the technology now. And if you ever go back, uh, that dude, the Unabomber, I don't know if you ever knew he wrote a manifesto and shit. I mean, it was pretty well known, but he wrote a manifesto, and I believe it was all. I read parts of it. It was on technology. Us going too far with technology and shit. And I don't know. You have to check it out for yourself. But I think for these guys to have the technology that they have as a tool, these kids, their heads are buried in the electronics and all that so much that you could build the wall right around them, build them in the prison, get them used to the prison, and they wouldn't even know the difference because these kids, I mean, what the fuck is the Constitution? What is liberty? What is the Republic to these fucking Adderall, Ritalin, fucking
Nothing.
dummies?
They don't know. They don't know what it
They
is.
don't know shit. They're like
What's
so
going?
off the res, they don't remember shit. They don't know shit.
What up, sis? What's going on?
Hey guys, just here to hang out, see
Good to
what
see
you're up
you.
to.
Good to see you. Tonight we are talking pretty much A to Z, Z to A, sister. Whatever you want to talk about.
Well, you know what they're calling it now, G? They're calling it the tranny nanny state.
The tranny nanny state. Oh, Jesus.
No,
Oh
it's not
shit.
just
And
the
this is
nanny.
like deja vu. Thank God I got 3, 4 accounts because last time me and the fucking tactical wonder over here, my boy Tony Tone T Sizzle, last time we had this type of chat, we both got suspended for a couple of weeks. So bring it on, fuck chops.
I was gonna say that microphones in the bus stops and the microphones and the rocks and cameras and all that shit. Did you
Yeah,
hear about that story?
yeah, I
No,
did.
please do tell, do tell.
I guess the FBI and all them fools been planting fucking wiretap or not wiretaps, but microphones and all different types of just surveillance equipment in rocks and bus stops and light poles that we already knew, but that they've been doing that shit like forever since like 2005 or something, right? It
Well,
was in.
I think having cameras on buses should be legal. I think I would. I don't have a problem
I'm
with that.
talking about if you
No, I
read the
hear you. I hear
story,
you.
they had surveillance, like they had microphones and everything, listening to people just on the streets. The FBI was
Oh,
like,
we have that down in the city. Down, be more. They got the cameras. They got the blue camera, red, blue, and everyone's on video. All the corners.
well, the thing is they're just watching us totally. I mean, we know that we're talking to the
Yeah.
wall right now, but this stuff is coming out in the news, and people are still not. I mean, we get more outraged, but the dummies, they just get more dumb. They don't. It's not absorbing into their fucking brains.
Well, that's like the people that say, well, if
Uh,
Lost us.
oh.
absolutely nothing to do with it.
Stop rewind, brother, because you broke up, brother. Nobody heard you.
No, I just said that everybody that is defending it, saying, well, if you don't have anything to hide, if you're not doing anything wrong, you don't have anything to hide. That has absolutely nothing to do with it.
Yep.
It is just it's part of your constitutional rights to privacy in your place and person and effects. You have no expectancy of privacy now.
Yeah, I was going to say there is no more privacy. Privacy is out the window. No more privacy.
Yep. I mean, what do you do though? When you got half the population that's so fucking just gone, it's just
Well, they're not they're looking. I think the main thing that the not so savory people in there are looking for is the intellectual property. You know, people's ideas, people's thoughts. That's just like the deal that came out on Facebook. You know, where they put the six little choices. I saw an article on that today, where you've got your, you know, you can like something or you can hate it
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or you can love it. Okay, they're using that. That's an algorithm, and what they're doing, they're profiling you by what you put in, by the articles that you tag that make you mad or make you happy or make you sad.
Oh,
They're
really?
adding that to your profile.
Shit.
The guy in, I think it was in Belgium, one of the Belgian security people are telling everybody in Belgium, do not use that. That they've got an algorithm set up that they are profiling you by the remarks that you, by the emicons or whatever it is that you post against certain
yeah.
things
Well,
you
that's
like.
why I had to get off of Facebook, man. This shit's getting ridiculous. Like, I was getting banned all the time, but at the same time, like, dude, that you can't even. You know, once you make a Facebook account, you can't never get rid of it. You can go ahead and delete it and shut it down and everything, but all that info, if you were to go back 10 years from now, you can punch in your email and your password. It'll log right back in, pick up like you fucking. You know what I mean? Who knows what the how different it'll be, but that doesn't. You can't erase your account. You can delete your account, but it says right in there. It says whenever you're ready to come back, just log in.
Well,
You
don't
know,
think that Google Plus and Google aren't doing the same thing.
oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I know, but Facebook, I think Facebook is like, I mean, unless you share a lot on G Plus, I think that Facebook is like, dude, it's down to the T. They got that shit, like they got the whole game figured out, and that's Zuckerberg is a fucking weirdo for that kind of shit, Like when they go back and they talk about why he wanted to do Facebook and all that shit. The dude's a fucking total. He's a puppet, man, and he's a puppet master. He wants to control people. He's a fucking weirdo, but all those stories come out and they confirm it that they censor conservatives and they're using all that shit to manipulate what's seen and what's not seen, what's liked and what's not liked, and at the same time they're collecting fucking all different types of data on people individually while controlling the narrative.
Well, you've got people on there, so you've got people on there that are watching Cop Block and you know, film the police and all that stuff. And every time an article comes up that they don't like, they hit, it makes them angry. Well, you know, after about 10 or 15, they pretty much got you profiled that, well, this guy right here actually hates cops, you know, because everything gets posted. And I'm not sure that a lot of it they're not beta testing by putting certain posts in there just to see who they can draw in.
Yep. I've got friends that have passed away that still have Facebook accounts.
I do too.
That's crazy, right? I mean, if you don't give your password up, then technically, obviously nobody can go in and clean that up for you.
Nope. It's out there forever.
I get a lot of customers that call me, maybe like 3, 4 people that call me a day. Gee, can I get my Facebook deleted? Can I get my Instagram deleted? Can I get my Twitter account deleted? Of course, there's a charge, but yeah, we can do it. Oh, great, great. Okay, let's start. Okay. What's your sign in password? I don't know. Oh, you don't know. Well, how the fuck do you want me to fucking delete it if you don't know the sign in and password? And I get that shit 3, 4 times a day. Damn, I didn't know we had 8 people watching. Fucking 2 in the morning, we got 8 people watching. Oh, shit.
Well, I see a lot of. I mean, I know one guy in particular that's on Facebook, which I follow him a little bit. I watch what he does, but this guy, I mean, I know who it is, but his name is John Smith, and that ain't his name, but he goes by John Smith. And
What's
you
up
can
with the
go back. It
Sparks?
took me a while to figure out who it was because I kept going back and looking at his old post. But he's not giving it, which it's too late. If you ever had his original information on there, they can go back and look at it. But as far as pinpointing him, it'd be hard to pinpoint who it is because he's deleted everything.
Quick shout out there, Brother Sparks. Good to see you. American Black Shirts, always out there. Thanks for Deb and JY Tone. Brother Sap holding it down for me. M&P, you got a link, buddy, if you want to bless us with your presence. Brother Sparks out there says Vegas blows. That's fucked up. Yeah, rights can be taken away. Rights are taken away every fucking. Gotta fight for your rights. Fight for freedom every day. You don't fight, you ain't gonna have nothing. Take the shirt off your back. Leave. What's going on, Cool Breeze is out there. Homeless people wouldn't even eat that nasty ass school shit. Shit, you'd be surprised. You know, when people give money to the homeless, hold on, let this truck go.
Hell, they did in.
From fucking 12 o'clock midnight to 4 in the morning, you would think that these fucking truckers are not on the road. I got this fucking highway that everybody knows about across the street from me. It's like not even 2 words from me. And the problem is, between midnight and 3, 4 in the morning, it's nothing but fucking tractor trailers. Even my dick. It's another one. You know, if it wasn't for all the 18-wheelers, because we need them, because this country couldn't survive without the big rigs. I would take a fucking spike belt and fucking shit across the highway. Have some.
It would survive. It would survive, but it'd be tough because they'd have to move everything by rail, and rail is expensive.
Yeah, we gotta have the trucks on the road, brother Seth. We gotta have.
Absolutely.
And that's why I respect them, dude. Like, if I'm driving and they want to merge over, but they can do whatever they want to do, I'll slow down for them. I have nothing but respect for those truckers, man. Nothing but respect. But
Well,
anyway, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, the American people. One of the problems is this new generation is spoiled to death.
Yes. Oh, shit.
I can't eat that. I can't eat that, dude. Them people in Venezuela are eating cats and dogs and
I keep hearing
pigeons
about
and
that.
whatever they can steal. They would love to have those school lunches, but that's what happens. Welcome to socialism. Welcome to government control. See how that worked out for them. It ain't working real good. They got no means to resist. They disarmed those people years ago.
Cool Breeze, if you're out there, I'll let you link you up if you want to come through. We'll see where she's at. Yeah, like CBs, man, East Coast, we live and die and breathe fucking CBs, man. All the truckers, they got all their CBs. I hear the West Coast, Wild Iron Horseman, he's a trucker in the West Coast, Cali. He fucking says, man, fucking Mexicans fucked all that up. Nobody does the CB thing on West Coast.
Well, you can do it, but you share a lot of freaking Spanish.
A lot of Spanish, man. See, here on the East Coast, like Maryland, Delaware, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, shit, they use their CBs 24/7, man. You can't drive with that. A lot of people went away from that shit. Guess the new generation, or it must be a West Coast thing. That's what our husband said. West Coast destroying the CBs. Shit, I wanted to talk about something.
Well, I know if they shut down the personal, not the commercial, but the personal side of the internet, people are going to go nuts. You know, where you have no personal communication. If they take that down and only leave up commercial internet for like businesses to place orders and
That's,
fax and stuff, but if they take away the social part of the internet, that's part of your spoilage. It's going to go away. Man, there'll be an uproar.
I went to the store the other day, and you want to talk about spoiled brats? You know, fucking these little teeny poppers came in, and this one girl must have been 13, 14, I don't know, had a fucking iPhone connected to her, and she would not drop this phone, Sab. She wouldn't look at no clothes. Her parents were yelling at her to get off the damn phone. This girl, I don't know what was on Facebook or whatever, I'm sure. That's what they're all on. Social media and shit. They could not get the phone out of the girl's hand. And like we talked about earlier, you know, you don't look at the fucking simple little things. You go home, you hit that switch. You don't appreciate what you have until it's gone. Lights, TV, your fan. People come home, hit that switch, their fan comes on, their lights come on. We overlook that every day. Because that shit's going to be gone soon, brother. You ain't going to have nothing working, man.
Well, if they had to come home and bring in firewood to start a fire to cook dinner on, and had to go out to the well and crank a windlass to get a pitcher of water out of the well to put in a homemade, you know, put over a tub to heat to put in a bathtub to take a bath. And wow, man, there's that most of them couldn't even live like that. They would literally commit suicide
Absolutely.
before they would live like that. They would kill themselves.
That's right.
You know, either that or they would be mental basket cases that couldn't stand on their own 2 feet. They would be just a vegetable.
Yeah, give them a fucking book to read. Take their phones away and give them a book and see what happens.
Wow.
See how loud they're going to be bitching. See how loud. See how fucking. Oh, fuck, you're going to have a fucking shit show.
Make them sit down and give them a pencil and make them write a letter or write an essay. You couldn't read it. Nobody writes anything anymore. Everything's
Nobody.
digital.
Yes.
Well, not only that, they in the school systems, they are no longer teaching cursive writing.
Cursive writing, right. So all the old documents will be unreadable by anybody because nobody knows how to read it because nobody knows how to write it.
Everyone's typing now. Everybody types. Even at school, you know, little man, little G, that has his computer class. Every day they work on it. Everything is on a computer now. Everything. When's the last time anybody in this chat room received a letter? A handwritten letter. When's the last time someone received a handwritten letter? Yeah.
Long time.
That's what I'm saying.
I get them. It's just I don't get a whole lot of them. I probably got a couple this year.
Well, I get them, but it's in, you know, when I get a card, a holiday card or a birthday card, you know, it's got 3 or 4 paragraphs written in it, but that's it. And it's
I
not
was gonna say I get a holiday card, but it's usually just got it's all signed. That's it. You know, the Smith family.
well, the ones I get are not written by young people. They're written by my older relatives,
Oh
and
yeah.
they actually still write you a how are you? We did this, we did that. Hope you're doing well. Hope to see you good. So and so's this, so and so's that. But the kids nowadays, are you kidding? They couldn't find you know, most of them I think have forgotten how to hold a pencil in their hand.
Nope. Everybody wants to type. And that's what's funny,
Well,
man.
well, with everything you guys are talking about, basically, when the electricity does go away, they're banking on people killing themselves because they don't have anything to do.
Yeah. Look at fucking Greece a year ago. They could only spend $60, $70 per day. That's it. Some people couldn't spend that. That shit was fucked up. It's so cliche, but appreciate the things that you have. Sweat about the things that you want. Appreciate the things that you have. No, it can be gone in seconds.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of kids in these inner cities that's probably never had their hands in the dirt, never planted anything, never picked anything off of a living plant, other than everything they got was already picked and came from the grocery store.
Or how about clean a fish? How about
Oh,
clean a fish?
they have no concept of cleaning a fish I mean,
Yeah.
it's the old saying, where does bacon come from? Well, it comes from the grocery store.
Yeah, somebody, what's for dinner? It depends what we catch. What do you mean? I got to catch my dinner? Yeah.
I mean, let alone cleaning a fish or skinning a piece of game or something like that. Processing a piece of game that you harvested. A lot of them struggle opening a can.
It's true.
That was good. I
It's
like
true.
that one.
It is. If they didn't have a can opener, they'd take a hammer and a screwdriver and suck pork and beans out of a hole they poked in the top of a can.
Yeah.
They would get the corn out of that can.
Yeah,
Here we go with the corn.
it'd be tough. It'd be hard to get the lid off. I mean, they don't realize that there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Some of them don't even know one way.
No, I mean, I'm sure there's some of them out there. Some of your preppies and your privileged families have probably never used a crank can opener. I don't know that they've ever used an electric can opener.
Hey, Deb, do me a favor, if you don't mind, sis. Can you send Jeff a link from that?
Jeff Hero?
Yeah, from last night. I know Jeff is up. And whoever else you want to send in here, Deb, go ahead. You got it. Maybe Brother Greg is out there, or Saint's out there. Send them a link if they want to come in.
I can imagine. I can imagine that there'd be a lot of sick people because they just don't have the knowledge of processing food and getting it prepared to where you can eat it and it doesn't make you sick, let alone any kind of preservation of any kind of food product.
And I love the spoiled ones, where they fucking all the kids have to have gourmet food. They have to have this, they have to have that. It's gonna be slim pickings there, buddy. Slim pickings. What are you gonna do? Start expanding your diet.
I mean, heaven forbid, if you have to cook them something, you better not tell them what it is or they'll starve to death.
Uh-huh. Nobody wants them home cooked meals. Everybody wants carry out, McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, fucking shit. I don't remember the last time I went out to McDonald's, other than breakfast. Because the only time I go to McDonald's is to get breakfast. That's it. The little ones, pancake, sausage.
Yeah, it won't be long. It won't be long. Pork will be off the menu because it offends Muslims. So they'll have to take it off the menu.
I bet you they would eat that shit. That's the only thing they had. Shit.
Yeah, there won't be any more. There won't be any more bacon burgers or any more, country fried ham biscuits because oh gosh, a Muslim took a bite of that and he was condemned to hell forever, and it's y'all's fault because y'all sold it to him.
Allah Akbar, Akbar, Akbar.
Yeah.
God is great. God is great. Yeah, it's coming.
Talk gets here.
No, it could be a lot worse, Dolly. We gotta
Oh,
get it. We got it
It,
good, brother. We got it
it's
good right now. Think
it,
about
it,
it.
it's snowballing though for sure.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
Okay, so a year ago we had rainbow colors on the White House.
Right.
Everybody remembers the rainbow colors being broadcast across the front of the White
Oh,
House.
how could we forget?
Okay, we've gone from that to peeing on the lid in the women's bathroom. Boy, what a dive!
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
In a year.
Inside of a year, right?
Yep.
And bless her heart now, or his heart. Now, Caitlyn Jenner's having regrets of whatever regrets people have.
Unfucking believable. Fucking Caitlyn Jenner.
And I mean, to each his own, but wow, when you go out on the front of the line and you get awarded all these lifetime achievement awards for speaking out that you wanted to do this and do that, and
You're
what
Olympian
was
for
it,
crying out
woman of
loud.
the year or person of the year?
Olympian, Seth. He's an Olympian.
Yeah, yeah,
1976. Gold medalist.
yeah. I remember that.
Gold medalist.
And now they're having regrets.
I guess he forgot to eat his Wheaties.
Yeah, dude. He used to be on the He used to be on the Wheaties box.
Yeah.
He must have seen Special K.
Even more. Yeah, he's special. Special. Yeah.
Yeah, he's special.
I don't know. I'm a live and let live type of guy. Do what you want to do. Just keep it to yourself.
Yo shit.
Don't
Don't
need to advertise.
broadcast it. Don't try to force it on anybody else. Just do what you're going to do, and don't. Okay, you're proud of it. Go home. Go away.
Just keep trucking along, baby. Keep
Yeah,
trucking.
we're proud of you too, but try to get off the stage because somebody else wants to talk. You know, it's all a smokescreen, guys. There's bigger things at work. There's big evil at work.
Oh, big evil. Big evil.
And that's what I'm saying, dude. Fucking dictator is setting us up, man. He is setting us up. One booby trap to the other.
They got to get the guns though before they got to do something to try to reduce some of the gun ownership. They've got
Well,
to do it.
I don't think they're gonna fuck around like we were talking earlier. Wisconsin, we got 600,000
Registered gun owners.
registered guns, and it's what the sixth largest army in the world.
That's right. 600,000 armed people. That's the sixth largest, and that's just Wisconsin.
Gee.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like something like 460 million guns in the United States. Something like that.
I know they said the guns sold in Alabama last year seems like there was 9 guns that were sold for every 10 people in Alabama. Now
Damn.
that's registered guns. That went through the NICS checks. That's not the ones that people bought at the trade day or bought at the gun show or bought it from Uncle Bill or Aunt Sally or Billy Bob Buddy worked down the road. That's not him. That's the ones that
Yeah.
were actually in papers filled out on.
I just don't know how they think they can get them. I don't know. Unless they outlaw them.
You don't know how they can get them? What'd you say, Stone?
I just don't know how they're going to get them. I don't know how they're going to take them away from us.
Well, you would say that about alcohol too, but yet they did prohibition. Back when they were drinking and all, and they enacted the Prohibition Act, and they smashed stills and set up roadblocks and had people lying to one another, and they had the original shot houses, where you could go sneak in the basement and get you a shot of liquor on the way home, and all the cops were paid off. But
Oh,
yet
yeah.
they did outlaw it, and they kept it pretty tight rein. You know, everybody except who wasn't paid off. They could probably do the same thing with guns if they push it hard enough.
Yeah, and probably have very similar results because the whole prohibition thing didn't quite work out for them.
Nope, it didn't.
No. Mm.
Yeah, I
It's kind of
know.
hard to friggin' be anti-gun and go up against anybody that has a gun. You know,
Well, it is. You know,
Yeah.
it's like bringing a screwdriver to a gunfight.
And the cocksucker that doesn't have a gun wishes he had a gun. That's the fucker that wishes he had a gun.
Well, what's stupid, you got people out here that are anti-gun that's never bought a gun, that don't want a gun, that's griping about how easy it is to get a gun, but yet they've never bought one. How the hell do they know?
Well, the other thing is okay, if you don't want to own a gun, if you don't want to be near guns, then don't. But just because you don't want to, doesn't mean the rest of us have to fucking sacrifice for what you want. Kiss my ass. And that goes with anything.
Yep.
You know? I mean, what happened to the days? I mean, I told this to my own kids. Hey, if you don't like something, or someone says something you don't like, or you see something you don't like, you got 2 feet. Turn around and walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Get on your bike and ride.
That's it.
Leave. Fucking whatever. Don't fucking throw a big fit about it, because chances are you're going to get your ass beat because you threw a big fit about it. Well, the problem is nobody's doing any ass beating anymore.
Amen. Amen.
I mean, I'm like the rest of you. If you want to do that behind your bedroom door, I don't give a fuck what you do, okay?
Right.
But don't make it law, don't make it normal, and don't shove it in my face, because the minute you do, I'm going to shove it up your ass, and chances are you'll like that.
Right. You're right, Scott.
I'm just to that point. I'm to the point where I don't fucking care anymore. You know? Come get me, chop my head off, I don't care.
As long as you're alive and be around, be fucking.
Look, all I ask is,
be aware of your surroundings, my brother.
that's it. All I ask is, don't fuck with me, don't fuck with my family and my friends, and we'll get along just fine. And don't advertise it, and don't shove it in my face.
But
Give
you
me a
notice
freaking
why
break.
they advertise, though. The reason why they advertise and the reason why that is like that, they're so abrupt and yada yada, is because they want you. It's like they argue their point to you, like they want you to accept it, and they do push it down because.
Well, it's a form of nepotism, G. It's a form of, hey, look at me, be like me, talk like me, come to my level for me to talk to you. No, I don't have to, and don't try and make me, because you'll be eating fish sandwich.
It's kind of like a narcissist, dude. It's like a narcissist, in
Yep.
some type of way.
Yep. I just get tired of it. Look, maybe we should just tell all the transgenders and the gays and basically the people that can't govern themselves or recognize natural law or just even keep the 10 Commandments. Look, if you don't want to be that way, then go live somewhere else. In fact, we'll give you California. How's that? We'll even throw in Oregon and Washington. Shits and giggles. And nothing offense to all my friends out in California, because I got a lot of friends in California. It's just that the percentage is a lot higher out there, guys. That's all.
Where am I assuming? San Francisco, like the biggest community for the gay culture? I mean, I'm just, is that right?
Oh, they're everywhere now.
Well, yeah.
They're everywhere.
I would say that's like the birthplace of
Well,
Yeah,
I
my
know they're
kids
everywhere.
probably.
I know they're everywhere. But what I'm asking, Deb, is like, where are some places that have large population? Large, I'm sure San Francisco's out
Right.
there. Right, New
Well, I
York.
know up in Washington, what is Portland? I don't know. What's that?
Portland, Oregon.
Is it
Alabama.
Portland, Oregon, or Seattle, Washington?
Yeah.
I don't know. All of those areas.
Alabama.
I didn't say
What
Alabama.
you talking about, Jay Watson? That's a bunch of rubbish.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. You don't here. This is the Bible Belt. That is
That's right.
really in the South. That is really not accepted. Especially, I mean, we got more churches here than there are Zippy Marts, bro. I mean, there'll be 3 churches in a Zippy Mart, 3 more churches in a Zippy Mart. It is just not accepted here, and people are frowned upon, and people don't want their kids around that. And these school teachers have to go to these churches. They are not going to do that. They cannot get in front of the congregation at a church and teach that agenda against the preachings of the Bible. They're just not going to do it. They can't afford to do it.
no.
They have to live in this community. Now
But
you get into the bigger population areas. Okay, so you'll see it there, but in small town USA, you will never see it, especially not around here. Because like I said, we're in the Bible, but this there. I mean, you know, they say if so and so's a preacher, the woods are full of them. Well, around here, the woods are full of them.
yeah,
These are truly God fearing people.
yeah.
And that concludes my sermon. Hey, man, y'all have a good Sunday.
Pass the plate.
Oh, that was cute. I like that. Pass the plate.
Well, we had a I think it's the 3rd year in a row, a diversity day here in the little town I live in, and it was LGBT and just whatever. Okay, and I get it, and I had no problem with it. There was a total of maybe 20. Okay, I mean, it wasn't like it was hundreds of people showed up, because that's not how our community thinks. Now, granted, there's things that the Fed requires, there's things that the state require as far as schools, and I mean laws like every place you guys are and things of that nature. But yeah, I'm with Lewis. The little towns, you can't sling a cat without hitting a church. Okay.
Well, the community has to accept it, and most of these communities are not going to accept that.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
And they don't, and that's just like our Chief Justice, Roy Moore, Chief Justice of the Alabama Supreme Court. Right now, he is being persecuted because he put down a ruling that told all the what do they call them? People that issue the marriage license and the
Oh,
County
yeah.
clerk.
County clerk, yeah.
okay, the county clerk or the probate,
Right.
not to issue any same-sex marriage license in Alabama. Well, now they're going after him, and he's standing his ground. And Jeff Sessions, our junior senator, and Richard Shelby, our senior senator, or congressman, congressman in Washington, are backing him. So
Really?
we may have to eat cornbread and potatoes around here because the government cut off all our ice cream and cake money, but that's okay. It'll be all right. Don't gripe about the farmers with your mouth full.
Yep.
But
Well,
he,
that's what it's going to take. It's going to take some of these states standing up against the federal government and saying, no, take your money. We're not capitulating.
well, I like Roy Moore. He was a Vietnam veteran. What I understand, he was excuse me, a young infantry officer in Vietnam. He served his country. He was a combat veteran. He came back and was an attorney, and he worked his way up the ladder. He's the one that started the controversy years ago. I don't know whether anybody remembers it or not, that
About the
had the
Ten
statue
Commandments.
of the Ten Commandments.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Sounds
they
like a
went
good
after him
man.
and made him remove that. He's the one that's got 10 commandments in his courtroom. When you go in
Right.
his courtroom, there'll be 10 commandments on the wall behind him.
Right. See that, you know, and I don't want to get. I'm just going to say this. The bottom line is, there's those of us that want to and try to follow the Ten Commandments, and then there's those that don't fucking want to, and those are the ones
Yeah.
that are making all the noise, and the squeaky wheel gets the grease. I mean, I don't know how much simpler I can put it.
Well,
Really don't.
that's just like in business. I was told in my life in business, the one that hollers the loudest gets the most.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what she said too. No, it sounds like you got a good man though, Seth. That sounds like a good man.
Oh, Judge Roy Moore? Yeah. Yeah, he is a good man.
I mean, he's a
He's one
character.
reason why. Oh, he's a character. He's one reason why I would move to Alabama, just because I
Yeah.
know that man is in a position, being what he is, it lands on his desk last, period. And, you know, talk about last great hope, that he is.
Well, we may be the one that ends up being we may be the next statistic we may be the example for everybody else to follow. Well, look what they did in Alabama. They went in and did this and did that and did that, so we may be the one that sets example to, they may come in here and punish the state bad enough that it scares everybody else into following in line. But one thing about it, the Alabama state motto is "We dare defend our rights."
Yep.
So,
See, I think it's only going to take one state to do it before the next state and the next state and the next state say, fuck it, we're going to do it too. And this issue on this bathroom thing could potentially be the issue that gets them to stand up, because it is such a divisive issue, and because there is such it
Nothing
people,
but animosity.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and GP the GLB the GPTBG, I can't say it right at the moment.
Oh,
I'm tired. Anyway, they are not spread out in some of these various and sundry states. That, like you said, California, the East Coast,
The big metropolis
Washington,
areas.
Oregon. Utah does Utah does not have a lot of LGBT community.
Yeah.
I doubt that Montana does. I doubt that New Mexico does. And so some of these states, they start standing up and telling the federal government, fine, bye, get out of our business.
Well, I think it was Lewis that mentioned it earlier, that if the states had their constitutional meeting, their congressional meeting, or whatever it is, where all the governors get together and decide federal government ain't cutting it, because they can basically fire them. If all the states got together, we could fire the federal government, literally.
well, the governor of Texas has called for a meeting of the states in order to get, I mean, it was in an article tonight that he
Yep.
has called for a constitutional convention of the states in order to put the government back in check. Hoorah, somebody buy that man a Coca-Cola.
No shit.
And one without aspartame. We don't want him to die before he gets done with this job.
Well,
No.
Texas has taken them on a couple of times because is Waco in Texas?
Yes, Waco's in
Yes.
Texas.
Yeah, what? It now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Bush, one of the Bushes, or one of Dick Cheney, or somebody like that, owns all all the land that abuts to Waco. You know, it's like they shot up Waco, killed a bunch of people, and then some of these bigwigs are living right next door to Waco, and there's no connection. And the
That
point
shit
of
was
all
sick.
that is that they were coming in and trying to fuck with people in Texas like they've been doing in Oregon, and the guys in Texas said, no, write me a letter and tell me what the hell you think you're doing. So that's been in the news probably 4 weeks ago.
Well, I know when they were searching patting down the little girls and the handicapped kids in wheelchairs,
Yeah.
causing them discomfort and stuff in Texas. And this was when Rick Perry was the governor. And I
Okay.
think this new governor they've got has got a little more backbone than Perry did. But you know, Perry told them the TSA that's it. They're not doing any more pat downs, and they're not searching any more kids at the airport and making these little handicapped kids try to stand up out of their wheelchair where they could reach under them and reaching in, filling their colostomy bag and stuff like that. What's that? What is that? What you know? And he told them, no way, you're not doing it anymore. Well, Obama told them that he would declare Texas a no-fly zone.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
Well, and some of these kids have such birth defects that, you know, I can only imagine. You'd have to lay the kid down and run him through the conveyor belt.
I mean, my God, you know, you got a kid there that you know they're American. You know that's going through there, and Grandma's pushing her through there, or him through there. These kids are already struggling with life, with the hardship they've got, and you're
Yeah.
going to put this kind of crap on them. Boy, you talk about stepping on my sore toe.
Look
You
at
Yeah.
all
just
the
step,
autism. Look at all the autism kids out there too, Seth. You know,
yeah,
you see
you
a
just
lot of them.
stepped up. Yeah, they just stepped on that ingrown toenail, and buddy, it is, you know, not happy, not happy.
There was a deal where I saw, maybe it was an interview, where a mom and the father and the daughter were on a plane to fly someplace, and the mom realized that the child was disabled, and the child was getting upset, and they asked for crackers so that they could calm her down because she was hungry, and she would have accepted the crackers for, you know, a holdover. And they actually kicked those people off the airplane.
For what? Why?
The steward just said, "No, we're not serving. I can't help you." And the mom made some remark, "Well, when she gets upset and misbehaves, then it's on you." And at that point, they kicked the people off the plane because of it. Instead of just giving them a handful of crackers.
Right. Oh my God, the bag of crackers the bag of pretzels they give you on the plane. You get like 5 pretzels in a bag.
You know, and this is a disabled child. I don't know if it was autism or mental retardation. I don't know. But the point is, disabled child, you know, all they needed to do was reach out and touch, understand, and it's like, no, we're not serving food now. I can't do that. It's like, no, I didn't ask you to serve us any food. I asked for a handful of crackers. Or a bag of pretzels or whatever.
Shit is just fucked up. Shit is just. I know it's so a shame we always say how fucked up it is and how bad we are, and just it's just bad, man. It's just really, really bad. It's just every little bit bad. So back in the 80s and 90s, man, you didn't do this shit. The 80s were the greatest times of my life, man. You know, we didn't have to worry about Damn. Everybody was making money.
Well, see, that's the
Country
goal.
was strong. I'm
See,
sorry.
that's the goal. Take all that away.
Oh, yeah.
Only for a limited few get to really enjoy it. I mean, I got lucky and raised my kids when I did. Because if I tried to do it now, jeez,
It's tough.
it is. And each generation says that, but right now there's so many things being thrown at people at so many different directions that people are gonna get tired of it. People are just gonna get fucking burned out. You know, people are gonna start snapping more. You
That's
watch.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. People aren't going to care.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
don't care as it is.
And
this
that's
whole
why-
this bathroom thing, it's going to be.
Yeah. I think
Well,
there's a good chance that, you know, it's going to be it's going to have more of a backlash. Of course, I sometimes think that's what they're pushing for, because they
Well,
want
it
to
is.
declare martial law. So
It is.
if that's true, and they want to declare martial law, they're looking for people to go off the deep end and finally go to the streets and finally, you know, pick up a picket sign and
Pick up a pitchfork. I'm telling you.
And see, this
I mean,
thing with this bathroom thing, guys, we got to be careful, because this bathroom thing may be nothing more than a damn red flag.
Mhm.
Oh,
Looking
I
to,
have
you
no
know,
doubt.
looking to tip our hands, looking to see what they can do.
Well, one thing about it is the patriots and the liberty lovers will not burn down their own neighborhoods. They will not attack fellow citizens. Their targeting is defined. They're not
Right.
going to go burn down mom and pop's grocery store.
No, no.
They're not going to go knock all the windows out of the auto parts. They're not going to burn
No.
down the McDonald's and the pizzeria. They're what they're going to go after will be defined, and it will be the structure that is oppressing them. So people don't have to worry about the patriots or the 3%ers or whatever coming in and destroying their neighborhoods. It's not going to happen.
No. I just thought of something. I think every state should make a law that if something drastic happens, the state automatically owns all the Walmarts in that state. So they can
That'd be a good idea.
So they can shut them down and pull their resources and see what they've got, because, you know,
I think they already have that.
is there something like
Walmart's
that?
already been coordinating with the federal government to do that.
No, I'm talking about states. Fuck the federal government. I'm talking just states.
If
Yeah,
they're doing it with the feds, they have to be doing it with the states also.
Yeah, but I don't want the feds doing it. The feds can stick it up their ass. I don't care.
Oh, I have a question for you, as long as you're talking feds. You know, there's a map out there about where the FEMA zones are and what states are in what zones.
I
I'm in-
represent
I'm
FEMA
in
Region
5.
9. FEMA Region 9 represent.
I'm in 7. What I want to know is who owns the land where the FEMA camp is.
Federal government.
Mm-hmm.
It's not state run, it's federal government. That's what I'm saying. There's so much. See, to me, that should be a state responsibility, not a federal responsibility.
Well, and what I want to know is where in the Constitution does it say they can own federal land for the purpose of imprisoning American citizens at a FEMA camp?
They did it
I
in
mean-
World War II.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
They
What'd
did
you
it in
say?
They did it in World War II with the Japanese at the internment camps.
Yep, I know they did.
not only the Japanese, but a lot of people.
Right.
They can do it. I mean, and I get that. I mean, there's a part of me that understands the fear that went on during World War II. I remember my parents talking to me about it. You know, when I was a kid and stuff like that. You know, I get all that, but that was a whole different era. Now, it's more of a personal attack than anything. It's not just, you know, city, state, county, federal government, all that bullshit. That just makes it worse.
Well, can you see us putting in internment camps all the Koreans if Korea takes an action, or all the Hindus if, you know, a Hindu leader took an action? I can't see it happening now.
You know, because they're not the troublemakers in their eyes. We are. Yeah.
Well, in the big picture, too, guys, is the fact that if this economic system does fail, some of this won't matter.
Yeah. And I just want to say this real quick to all the guys out there in the chat. You guys are all right. I mean, you're, you know, good comments out there. B&B had a good one up there about the governors and stuff. I mean, yeah. And I just wish I knew how many of us out there were like we all think on here.
A lot.
Actually, I think, me personally, I think a lot too. I think around 85% of us.
G, check the internal.
Yeah, we're gonna go private. Yeah, we are gonna go private here. Sure. Get some people up in here. Thanks, Brother Sam. Thanks, Sister Deb. Brother J. Rod, you surprised me. Brother Starley, thank you for coming out. It was a good chat. We're not going to go too long tonight. We're going to go back to private. Get a couple of heads in there and let these trucks go by. Sister Deb, do you have any shout outs you want to make before we go to private, dear? Anybody you want to?
Just to the Patriots.
Amen. Okay, what?
Get your shit in order. Friggin' stock up on what you need. Friggin' make your preparations. You know, chairs against the
Absolutely.
wall. Chairs against the wall. Mark has a short mustache.
Cheers again, so Mark has a short mustache.
I want to get him in.
Brother Stolly, you want to make any shout outs?
You want to say some shout outs, Starley?
I just want to say, you know, sorry if I sound like a Debbie Downer, but I'm a realist for the most part, and a lot of things that I said tonight, a lot of things that were said tonight, you know, aware is the key, but don't beat yourself up over it either. You know, go enjoy your family, your kids, your friends. Go to a bar and light up a cigarette because you want to and see what happens. You know, do shit. Okay? You know, you don't know any times when they started doing that around here, like South Bend got nailed by that first a long time ago. Oh, dude, you know, what's everybody doing outside on the sidewalk? Well, they can only smoke outside now. What?
Yeah.
Can we bring our beer? No. Well, what the fuck? I might as well go home.
Exactly. Brother Sam, what you got for us tonight?
Shout out to the People's Tavern chats. It's a good one. That was
Hip hip hooray!
There was a lot of facts hit the table tonight. I mean, a lot of rabbits got pulled out of the hat. I wasn't expecting to hear, but everybody in here is awake. Shout out to G Mango for getting this thing started up. The first one we had a few technical difficulties, but hey, we pulled it off.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
We only have to answer to ourselves, so that's all that matters.
That's right. That's right.
Ourselves and the good Lord in the end. So shout out to Deb, you know, Jay Watt, Tony Tone for popping in, Stolly, G, great as usual.
Yes, sir.
Everybody hang in there and live free.
Mm.
As
Bingo.
free as you can.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Brother Sam, hold it down. Brother Tony Tone, Deb, J. Wood, Starley, everybody, Sparks, M&P, everybody who came out. Sorry about the first round. My bad. But I'm happy that we have opened up some communities for the people now. And this is what it's all about, man. Unity, and we do it together. And there is no lying team. There is no president. There is no fucking vice president. There is no. When we started this, it's equal
We the
power. It's equal power to men and women who join this community and who are members of the community. And we do it for you guys, and we do it for us, and we do it for the people. And we like to talk about shit that nobody else really likes to talk about or doesn't have the balls to talk about. That's why we do this. It's not about, like Seth said, it's not about one person. You might see Sap run the tavern. You might see Tony run the tavern. You might see Stalley run the tavern. You might see Deb. I seriously doubt you'll see Jay Walk run it. Maybe on a pro, but that's the point. That's what we do with this community. I want us to basically do what we do. And here we live free. Because we got to fight for our fucking rights. Every fucking day we got to fight for it.
Yeah, I would say one more thing. Keep a sense of humor, would you? I mean, good God, everybody.
Fuck
Just keep a
you.
sense of
Fuck you.
and,
Your sense of humor. No, I'm just joking.
and,
Stalley knows what I'm talking about. Stalley knows.
and prepare people. Believe it or not, there's a storm coming. Look out your
Yeah.
window.
Yeah.
There's a storm coming. Make it easy as you can on yourself. Work
Well,
with
if nothing happens, you can always just go use the stuff you got in your stores.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, like J Watt says, man. J Watt hit it home, you know. Prep up, stock up. Like Stalley said, you have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to. Stop fucking sleeping. Stop fucking sleeping.
And don't go quiet. And don't go quietly into the abyss. Go in there kicking and screaming.
Just because your life is good doesn't mean the world is good. Just because you're good don't mean your neighbors are good. You know, once in a while you gotta peek through the window, make sure your neighbor's okay, or see what the fuck you can do for him. When's the last time you fucking got up and talked to your neighbor?
Yeah, I agree.
You got to start talking to the people that are around you. Because when the shit goes down, motherfuckers, you need to be fucking aware, and you need to be looking outside the window and get to that neighbor and get to your neighborhood and make sure that everyone's on the same fucking playing field and everyone's got their game faces and prepped up, stocked up, and fucking, you know, share that shit. You know, don't be a cocksucker and tell me that you want to fucking shoot motherfuckers for a can of corn. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Don't be a greedy motherfucker.
I knew that was coming.
Don't be fucking greedy. God bless him. That's the problem. Everybody's greedy. Everybody looks in the mirror. Everybody makes sure that their life is okay, and fuck you. That's not how I roll. You know, that's not how I roll. Because you never know when you might need something. Goes around, comes around.
That's
Be
right.
there, be there for your neighbor, man. It'll take you a long, trust me.
Yeah.
Go out and talk to him. Introduce yourself to him. You even know your neighbor's name? What about the guy on the left? What about the guy on the right? What about the guy down the block? Do you know him? No, you don't. But you drive by his house every day for the last 25 motherfucking years. And that's what I'm all about, man. Making sure that everyone is fucking. You want to know what you're dealing with, you know? Because when the shit goes down, you want to know who to fucking call. You know?
Well, if the shit goes down, the first thing people do is gather in the street.
Don't be like Ferguson. Don't be like Ferguson. Fucking your fucking neighborhood burning down, and you got 7, 8, 9, 10 different factions. You got 10 different organizations in your fucking neighborhood. You motherfuckers should all be standing together as one and represent your neighborhood, because that motherfucking place is scarred for life, as I said it before. So we can fucking continue to make this another fucking 2-hour chat with my fucking talking. But I'm gonna go to the private zone and do what we do. And we'll see you guys on the next time around. And be safe. Love you all. Have a good morning.
Night all.
Be safe. Out.
God bless.
Live free.
Great.
Yep.